I am an antichrist. I am an anarchist. Don't know what I want, but I know how to get it. I want to destroy passers-by, 'cause I wanna be anarchy. Anarchy for the UK. It's coming sometime, maybe. I'll give a wrong time, stop a traffic line. Your future dream is a shopping scheme, 'cause I wanna be anarchy. Benny Fannis, gonna woo, scuttle D, squiddle doo doo, and scuttle B, scuttle what boo, squadron, 'cause I anarchy in the UK, know what I mean? That was a song by Green Day, the really good punk band called Green Day. They sung, it was a bit weird them sing, because they sung American Idiot, and then they sung this song about the UK, which was quite cool to have them feature old Blighty. Get old Blighty featured by a really cool American punk band. Only joking. I know people like to call out other people for being wrong about things on the internet. Heaven forfend. I should get comments saying, actually, Ewan, that song wasn't sung by Green Day at all. That's silly that you'd think. I don't think that. I know otherwise. I know better. Not about many things. There are many things I should know better about, but don't. Hey! So there's one time in Winchester. Winchester, at one point, was voted the nicest place to live in England. Because it's full of cunts with money. It's full of a lot of people who work in London and then commute like to and from Winchester to London. So they bring all their fancy London money into Winchester, put all the prices up, make it a nice place to live because it's got a lot of money in it. And then everything's shit and expensive and no one can afford to live there because of all the fucking rich people. And they also, I mean, which to no surprise to anyone, it's got one of the highest levels of pollution per person per size of place in England. Which, you know, because it's a bunch of rich fucks doing whatever they want and not giving a shit about anyone else or the environment. It's really cool. But of course, like anywhere, like Land of the Dead. Have you seen that movie, Land of the Dead? It's really good. Oh, it's really good. Not really. Where you have the big tower with all the rich people in it, and then surrounding that tower are all the poor people, the dirty, horrible, nasty poors, all the paupers, the poor people, the piss poor peoples. And that's what Winchester was like, and probably like every city, you know. I'm sure London is the same and whatever. So I grew up in all the poor parts of Winchester, you know, the estates and stuff, which was fun. But Winchester likes to consider itself all like, you know, well, it is historical. It's got a lot of shit to do with King Alfred and the Vikings, and I think it's where King Alfred fought off the Vikings, like West Sussex or whatever. I don't know. But it likes to consider itself all like cultural and shit, and it has its own local art scene, which is like I tried to like ingratiate myself into the local art scene when I lived there, and it's also shit. It's just so like folksy and like watercolors of landscapes and cottages and like paintings of wine bottles and shit, and like that's their contemporary art scene. Like fuck off with that shit. So then I'm trying to draw fucking comics with guns and muscles, and people are just like, no, it's not really what we're looking for. But of course, that's the the response I get everywhere. So I guess Winchester's no different. At one point, there was this coffee shop that had been owned by like a bunch of different people. Like, I guess the coffee shop never did great, so it kept getting sold on to someone else and someone else and someone else. And I'd done a bunch of stuff there, like when I used to do some graffiti workshops and like just general youth stuff workshops with some people. We used to use the downstairs area of the coffee shop to like meet and hold some meetings and do some activities and stuff, which was, you know, quite cool in itself or whatever. And we'd painted the walls for them with some pictures and stuff, and it was cool. So I had a little bit of history with this coffee shop. And then at some point it was bought by a very rich man. I don't know how he got his money or where he got it from, but he was clearly like London/Winchester rich money man. And he turned it into a coffee shop / art gallery. So all of the downstairs was like, there was one room that was like the gallery room. It was just a small white room. And then the room next to it was like a lounge with couches and brick walls and like, you know, art hung up on the walls and stuff. But of course, being the gentrifying rich piece of shit he was, if you happen to ever catch this, I don't mean it, I'm joking. That's all I have to say, and then it's all good. He wanted the gallery space to be like cool, edgy, contemporary art, yeah? Or like Banksy, all street art and cool, like contemporary illustrative work and with a message to say about society, yeah. And it's like, you're the people, you're the person and the people that other people have something to say about. You're the one they're talking about when they talk about fucking the shit in society. When they make comments about society, it's you they're making them about. Of course, you know, the irony was apparently lost on him. So there was a bunch of exhibitions. This one particular one of the early ones, I can't remember the guy's name, and you'll understand why I don't give a shit about the guy. The artist, no, he was an artist, whatever. So I was talking to this rich guy who owned the place, and he was saying, "Oh, we've got this really cool young artist coming in. He's like a street artist. He does street art and he paints on boards and stuff." And so I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then I'd been helping out. I painted. I'll see if I can find the sketchbooks. I might have even shown them at one point. I painted a history of art thing down the stairwell in this place, down towards the gallery, like ancient cave paintings, and then like Renaissance art, and then modern art and contemporary graffiti and stuff. So different pieces of artwork down the walls down towards the gallery space. So I spoke to the guy quite a bit, and he was like, "Oh, it would be cool, you know, if you can help out. Obviously, give you pay and whatever. If you can help out with this really cool hip street artists exhibition, you know, just help moving and shifting things, help set it up and whatever." And I was like, "Yeah, no problem." I quite enjoy doing that sort of stuff, that like with my hands, you know, put pictures up and shit. I was like, "Yeah, okay, cool, no worries." And so I did, and I helped out the guy. You know, we hung out for a few days putting up his show. We seemed to get on pretty good. He wasn't really like a street artist. I think he'd painted a couple of outdoor walls, and then somewhere through that got called a street artist. I don't really know why. And his paintings were like relatively figurative, but like messy, but not in like a good messy way, in like an amateurish messy way, which kind of bugged me a little bit. He painted a lot of pigeons. He's like, yeah, British culture and street art, pigeons, and yeah. I wasn't into his artwork. Like I'd never really care about owning a piece or anything. But of course, the elite in Winchester soaked it up. They loved it. I think he sold almost all of his stuff, which was, fine, cool, whatever. So then I'd already been talking with the owner about, having my own show, and the fact that I didn't really have money to back a show. Like, I couldn't afford all the drinks and stuff, or the down payment on the space or whatever. But he was like, well, you've helped out a lot, and this and that, so I think it's only right that we give you a show, let you exhibit. Obviously we'll take a cut of the profits of whatever you sell, and a blah blah blah. So I had my own show at one point, which I think I have spoken about. The show itself was basically a failure, which is always fun, because he wanted it to be like graffiti, because, this other guy was like a street artist, but you're more of like a graffiti writer. That's really cool. And so, yeah, we want it to be edgy, and, we don't want to, keep everything safe and nice and clean and tidy. We want it to be, edgy, graffiti, cool, hip, yeah. So that's what I did. I covered 2 of the walls in graffiti, had 2 of the walls blank. The blank walls had graffiti pictures on them. The graffiti pictures had black and white drawings on. I liked it. Looking back, I'm sure it was nowhere near my best work, but that's just how it goes. I've lost the lid to this pen. I'm looking for it while I talk, but it's there. So ultimately, I sold like 2 small pieces. No one really was into it because it was Winchester, and they like street art that's palatable to them. Oh, some pictures of pigeons, how quaint, let me hang it on my fucking wall in my conservatory. Like, yeah, of course they like that shit, but when it's like, actual graffiti and the work that goes into graffiti, sketches and rough things and tags and throw ups and characters, there were some figurative pieces and stuff in there, but they weren't into it, clearly. But at the opening of the show that I had, was this guy who'd I'd helped previously, this street artist who paints those pigeons and things. I saw him at the show, and I went, "Oh, hey man, what's up?" And he looked me in the eyes and walks right past me and didn't talk to me at all that evening. Like a cock. Like an absolute fucking cock. Like, I don't know, like, I want to say, maybe he didn't realise who it was, but we'd spent like 3 or 4 days straight hanging out, not a couple of months previously. And he just fucking blanked me, man. Not that I care, I don't let it affect me. I'm not bothered by it at all. Why would you even ask if I was upset by that? I wasn't upset. Why would I be upset by that? That's stupid. I mean, I don't care. I don't care about some twat that paints pigeons really badly. He also did a really annoying thing where he used really broad brush strokes for the pigeons, like messy brush strokes for these round pigeons that looked shit. And then occasionally he'd use like really fine lines for these like hair bits and stuff. And the contrast of that sucked. Like, he didn't do it in a way that's like, a mix of line and media and stuff. It just looked shit. And he fucking blanked me. And I was with my, at the time, girlfriend and her best friend. And they saw it happen. And they were both like, oh my God, how does he just do that to you? That was fucked, man. And that story was in my head, and I just thought I'd share it as a thing that had happened. What a cock! I don't really have an art book to look at today. I just don't. I haven't been out searching. I've not been feeling my best. I go on about it all the time. Oh, I'm sad. I feel sad sometimes. Which sort of, I don't know, holds me back from doing anything useful. This is a pile of some of my art, some older art, some more recent art. Some of it's gonna maybe go in other books that may hopefully get out this year, but at the rate things are going, we'll see. And some of them might be sold, and some of them are just in a pile. So I don't know. Hey, look, that's ribs. I drew a rib cage. It's a rat. These ones are all very recent. So these have all been on my Instagram in the last little boobs. More boobs, but with a skull. This one's going to be for sale. I'll probably charge about £800, maybe £1,000, maybe £1,200, maybe £1,200 for this drawing. I really like that drawing. I really like this drawing. I don't know where the original is of me, because this is one of my dear friends. And it's based on the drawing I did of me with my puppet in the. So it's like a. I don't know. That's probably not for sale. I mean, some of my bum drawings, my butts, I might put up for sale. I don't know. I always feel a bit weird selling them because they're of people. I don't know. Some. Oh, is this my black and white drawings? Yes, good. Some Hulk sketches that later became. Oh, this should be in this pile. This one. Oh, look at that. That's cool, isn't it? Like the sketch and then the final piece. This will also probably be for sale. I don't know about these two. I probably won't sell these. I mean, if someone wants them, maybe they can just fucking have them. I prefer this to that. I don't know why I didn't trace this and then. What a fucking tit. That's what I should have done. Maybe I still will. Maybe I will trace this and then make it a thing. I don't know. But oh, sad little man in his chair. Goblins. Goblin, bubbling, boblims. See, I'm putting together. I've probably said it before. I want to do another ballpoint book because I had the ballpoint with the monkey face and then ballpoints, which was this one. That was a very, very cool one. And I want to put out another ballpoint book because I've got a load of other sketches that could fill a whole other book. So there you go. But I figured I'll put out one colourful ballpoint book, like ballpoint, and then I'll call it like there's a pen that works, please. Because I had ballpoint and then ballpoints. And then next one might be like ballpoint 3, like cubed, like, I don't know, just an idea. But I also want to do a book, like a smaller book, similar to Dave Cho's cursive, just black and white drawings. Some of them might be colour, but I'll just desaturate them so they come out black and white. It's cheating, but it's fun. More titty skulls. We like the titty skulls. The good thing about tit skulls is if I draw one of these, it gets loads of likes and shares. People fucking love this shit, I've learned. So if I do some of those, people love it. And I'll probably be able to sell them quite easily. So that's a benefit. That it's kind of cool. Someone might buy that. I don't know. Oh, the Marge Simpson, but like a penis. But it's Marge. See, because it's the balls and a dick. Balls and a dick, but it's Marge Simpson. That's cool, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah, I think like a bigger, colourful ballpoint book, and then a smaller black and white ballpoint book. Quite a cool little thing. This is my little comic about Ewan, my hero / villain origin story. It's little Ewan at the store, getting all the candy, and then suddenly, he notices something. He looks up. What the fuck's that? And he sees on the top shelf, past all the football and motorbike and video game magazines, he sees the porno mags with all the oh yeah, there it is. There was a famous one called Razzle, and then these are made up by Bongers and Wife, just women with big tits with stars covering their nipples. And this is all a true story. This actually happened. I'd be in the store looking for candy. I'd look up, see all these magazines, and be like, "Oh my god!" And then my little young boy penis would go ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Get my little young penis. I'd run home, scribble down, and try my best. They're like 7, 8, 9 years old, like trying to draw what I'd seen on these magazine covers in the store. All the tits. True story, man. True story. Howard the Duck rough sketch that became a painting. Hey, some of my Flesh Bob cult. Or is this all of them? Ooh. You see if we can put them in order. I think that's about it, isn't it? Yeah. So starts off this girl with a like twig antlers. You can see she's got like cuts or something across her. Oh, I must have redrawn that. Yeah. And then this guy's stood over her. This was there, and then she's there, stood over her, and then he lifts his knife, and all the girls around him going, "Yay! Happy midsummer, whatever, yay!" And then he hears a noise in the bush, and he's like, "The fuck is that?" "It's Flesh Bob! Oh my god!" And then he, oh, run away! You can't run away. He puts his axe in the guy's back, and then chops the women up. Choppy, choppy, chop, chop. And this was done on purpose to be like, almost like it's cum on his face, but it's blood, like splashing across his face. I thought that was quite funny. I guess I redid the chopping the guy in the back, and then the axe in some of the girls' heads and things. Lots and lots of chopped up bodies, yummy chopped up bodies. And then he turns around and goes, whoops. He accidentally killed the girl he was trying to save. And so he runs away. And I know you've probably already seen that, and you're like, yeah, I get it, Ewan, go away. Those might be for sale. They might just be going in the book. That was quite a cool one. I was really happy with that. Again, maybe for sale, maybe in the book also. That'll be one for the book. That's an old one. I don't know why that's there. I think these are probably all just for the book. Oh, these are all portraits of girls that I do to impress girls on the internet because I'm so desperately lonely, you could say. Incredibly, desperately lonely. So, yeah, drawings of girls drawn to impress girls on the internet. Profiles, well, the noses, we love the noses. I noses, you noses, more. Got to impress the girls. Draw the girls 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 to impress the girls. Oh my fucking god, how many girls did I draw to impress the girls? It's fucking horrifying. See, I did this, but then I used Photoshop to blur this, so it was like muffled because he's screaming into a pillow. So that was blurred. So it's like, you get it. That's inverted. Oh, press pause now and screenshot it and put it in Photoshop and invert the colours, and you'll see it's like yellow and black, but it's inverted, light and shadow. The Fart Boys, Porp. I really like this one actually. I like the shapes and the smile and stuff. Just farting, happily farting, farty Fart Boys. Again, it'll be in the ballpoint book. And it will also probably be for sale too if somebody wants it. Couple of drawings, girls, nude. That was a commission I did for someone. They hadn't yet paid me, but I foolishly did the commission. Never heard from them again. Some of my rooms. I like drawing rooms. This is a good one. See, the hand's reaching down into this room, and then he's reaching down into this room, and he's reaching down. See, it's like Inception, like people say Inception, but the actual term is like regression or something. I don't know, but see, the room's the same. This little statue of a guy here is there and there, and it just goes down. So the doorway with the hand, doorway with the hand, doorway with the hand. Box in the corner, box in the corner, box in the corner, all the bits of paper. See, it's the same room, and he's reaching into it, but it's being reached into, and then this one... That's a fucking clever drawing. I might repost that on Instagram because I think it's really good. This wasn't drawn during the pandemic, but it fits the pandemic perfectly. I was going to repost it because of that, but didn't. But I still might. Just alone in my room, drawings and shit, while everyone's outside. Whatever. I don't know. Again, I might repost that one. This is based on my bedroom. That's where I'm sat right now at my desk. My shit next to me. I'm here, all my shit around me, boxes and things next to me, my rug, my chair, puppet, a goblin pissing on my drawings on the floor. That print that me and Tom Dunn did. You gotta pay the troll toll if you want to get into this boy's hole. You gotta pay the troll toll to get in. Whoa, Leatherface! This was bigger because the rough was big and I didn't want it to be squished into a small page, so I did it bigger. So I'll probably sell that for maybe £2,000 or £3,000 at least, probably. I really like this drawing. I feel if anything, maybe the hands could have been different a bit. I didn't mean to draw them almost identical, but like just on each side. I meant to have maybe this one be like twisted a bit more. But hey, I like the drawing regardless. Drawing men versus drawing women. Kim Jun-gi. Fuck that guy. Hey, this was a funny one. Oh, on my hobby horse. Clip, clop, clip, clop. I pulled his head off and I'm going to eat his blood. Swear jars. I don't know if anyone found these quite as funny as I thought they were. See, the premise is that I swear so much I've filled up more than a couple swear jars, and the drawings are really fucking good, so fuck you if you don't like them. They'll be in the black and white book. I might also sell these. Also, this one I think is... That one's actually a sticker, so maybe I could sell that one for at least £500 for that. These were some rough doodly drawings for some commissions. Walrus bears, you've seen those on my Instagrams. The hip dips. Some people are like, oh, I haven't seen anything about hip dips. What's this boring shit? Why don't you shut up? But it's, you know, body consciousness, body positivity. It's important. I did another titty skull because I knew it would get likes, and I added that to my Charlie Brown and Snoopy sort of things I've done a whole load of just to get likes on the internet. That was drawn for... I can't find any copies of my butt book. What the fuck? I drew this and then I took... I scanned it in at different stages of the drawing. And it... Obviously the colour... It's annoying how bright... You can't get that bright pink in the book, which is a little bit annoying. But it was... You know, pink, the purple, the blue, and then a bit of black. That's how I mean, you get it. That was rough for a comic book cover for a guy. Butt drawing. That was the one that I drew. It was the same butt, same girl, same butt from 2016, but drawn in 2022. Same butt, same underwear. That was quite a good one. Some drawings of some friends. This one, when I draw all my horror characters, this was one of my favourite ones of the drawings, and no one wanted it. And it's fucking what's-her-face from Exorcist. I really can't remember her name. I know it's a fairly simple name, but yeah, I really like that one. I might paint over that. It'll be in the black and white book, but I might paint over it after scanning it in or whatever. Part of my one big arm. This is my favourite from my one big arm drawings so far. So you can see there's blue in it, but I'll desaturate it and it'll be grey and it'll go in the black and white book because that'd be cool. Maybe sell it as well. I don't know. Some tits for the black and white book. Goblin for the black and white book. Some more just... And again, these being blue, if I desaturate it, it will be black and white. So that will go in the black and white book as well. Along with, as well as these and these. Maybe this one too. So that's a woman laying down with big tits and this little goblin thing's about to eat her. Oh, that one might go in there. That one might go in there. Bunch of tits. And I think that's with the black and white book. I will put some more, like, not edgy stuff, but some tits and stuff in there. Because I try to keep most of my books relatively clean so they can be bought and sold to and from, you know, most people's. But the black and white one, I might have some dirtier stuff in there. Ganesh, that was a tattoo design. Oh, that's from Death Grips. You whimper while I check my phone. The lyrics, he's just checking his phone. He's got a hammer and this guy's tied up and crying. That was a commission. What's his face from What's Its Face? That guy from The Thing. Two very, very of my good favourite rappers. That was the worst sentence ever. Both dead. Very sad. MF Doom. Gift of Gab from Blackalicious. Goblin. That was like my funny, you know, like kind of NFT. A friend. This big guy watching a little guy piss. The same friend. That's the same person. That's cool. Oh, funny looking alligator. Ugh. Well, he looks weird. These are all just, you know, for the black and white book. Space pirates. So he's like a pirate captain. He's got a funny, weird, chunky beard and the third arm here. This guy's got 3 legs and he's like spindly and worm-like. No eyes, apparently. I don't know. Van Gogh guy. Oh yeah, there you go. More of my Charlie Browns. The template, the original template. You can see it's like I photocopied the activity sheet and then like got rid of this, and I guess that's how it's supposed to look. But fuck that. That guy. Shoes. Again, red, but it will be desaturated. These were quite cool. These are old drawings of characters. Sometimes I look at stuff like this and I'm like, why don't I or can't I draw like that anymore? What happened? I feel like I can't quite achieve this look anymore. I don't know what it is. This is one of my favourites. I love the shape of this, with his head here. That was also pretty cool, as were those, if you're into it, I guess. That was a commission that the person didn't want in the end, I think. He wanted something vaguely Cthulhu-esque, or like Lovecraftian at least. That was it, Lovecraftian, not Cthulhu. But so like eyes and hands and mysterious figures. There's eyes in the bottle and the drink and the cigarettes, and he's just... I really like that drawing. I think it's a really good illustration. But that's just me. Shitty Desks, parts 1, 2 and 3. I think this was part 1. Shitty Desk part 1. See, the desk's too tall. How am I supposed to work like this? Part 2, the desk's too small. What the fuck is up here? And part 3, the desk's on the fucking ceiling. That's no use to anyone. Jesus. It's like a robot noodle bar pouring noodles into a fat cat's mouth, and his shirt says, "I love noodle." That's cute, isn't it? This was some, like, emo shit about how I used to hit my fingers with hammers, which, you know, I did. So it's like my hand. Whatever. A guy. Oh, some more emo. Well, not emo, but, you know, my dad yelling at my mum yelling at my dad. See, the beer says home wrecker, because he... And there's scared little me with all his drawings. Just scared and little me. I might post that one on Instagram. Get some likes. People will be like, "Oh, it's so sad. You're in wee wee wee." Tables, because I draw those drawings of rooms, and I love, in all my like old dungeon drawings, I love drawing just tables with shit on them. So there's a bunch of those. Maybe I'll post that one. It's good to have stuff to post on Instagram when I haven't drawn things, you know. Some of my murder drawings. Cool. These will be in the next ballpoint book as well. He's caving a girl's head in with a hammer. I really like the flatness on the floor here. It's got a severed head and he's brushing its hair. Oh, cute. Purple helmets. Strong, strong legs. I was going to do a black line drawing of this and then have the blue shaded and then do this in like flesh tones. Never got round to it like I do with most of my projects, but it's one of my friends, my model friends, like bodybuilder type. Very, very cool stuff. Woolly Goat drew this and then I traced it and shaded it. That's a gal. That. A dress, one of my dress drawings. I really like my dress drawings. They're fun. And sexy. This was a fun one. I don't think many people really understood or got this. I just thought it was funny. Like, for some reason, this guy's punching himself in the dick. And then the dick is punching him back in the face. And I don't know if people really saw it or understood it or got it. I like it. Fuck you, I like it. Another dress one. Slightly more simplified, but pretty good. Pretty good. Hey, more Flesh Bob. Do we have the... Oh, I don't know. I don't have the drawing of the kids looking at the... It's just kids opening up a box, finding a Flesh Bob and going, "Yay, soft and squidgy, just like real flesh." It's real flesh. I love you, Flesh Bob. Mwah. And then, oh, that's right. And then he kisses him, and he's got like drool going from his mouth to him. And human meat tastes similar to pork. But then I think I did change it to, oh no, did I? Because I had just like here, so I didn't want just like there. Or maybe I did. Hey, look, he's killing people. That's fun. Always kill everybody all of the time. I might post that one on Instagram as well. It's never wrong to eat people. It's never wrong to eat people. Foot. Worm guy, based on another artist's work. Oh, that's what he's like behind, and then turns around and then goes here and looks at the camera, looks at you. Hands. One for the book, maybe one for sale. That could be a nice piece to buy, couldn't it? You frame that nicely. The Simpsons. Cars, see, because cars are shit, because cars are just boxes that get you from one place to another, but everyone's like, oh, look at my fucking car. Because they're shit and they're fucking idiots, and I hate them all. One of my friends, a dear friend, with a pumpkin on her head. And she had a pumpkin on her head in the photo that I drew, and that was cool. Some broad off the internet. Oh, banana. Apply for a job as a telephone repairman. Guy came and said, you want the job? Here? Said, yeah, I want the job as a telephone repairman. Said, you got the job. You got the job, buddy. Freddie got fingered. And me choking my clones. Oh, the fun we have. That's quite funny. Choking the clone could be a euphemism for masturbating. I'm just going to go choke the clone, if you know what I mean. Get it, lads? Hey, lads, did you hear what I said? I said I'm going to go choke the clone. See, it's like a euphemism for masturbating, for pulling on my penis till I shoot fucking hot jizz everywhere, like a man. Like fucking men. Not fucking men, I don't fuck men, but you know, like fucking, I just say fucking is like an exasperation, like an exclamation, an exasperated exclamation. You get it? Like, you know, I'm not fucking men. Not that I wouldn't. I mean, not that I would. I'm not fucking gay. I don't fuck men. I fuck my fucking bird. And a mum. I have a really high opinion of those sorts of people. Clearly, you know, I fucking speak about them enough. You'd think I was in love with them. Hey! So I know what you're thinking. Ewan, the fuck are you drawing, you weirdo? Ha ha ha! Let me tell you, you penises. Let me have some more Red Bull. That'll be fun. Oh, fuck. There was more in that can than I thought. I thought I'd just have the last couple of swallows. But there was a lot more in that can than I expected there to be. Well, I'll either have loads of energy or I'll just burp a lot. Or maybe I'll shit my pants to do. Hey, shit cunts, eat my fuck. So, this is based on drawing that a friend of mine did. The friend with the pumpkin on her head from the previous segment of the podcast. The girl who had the pumpkin on her head, she likes to draw. And she sends me her drawings, and they're almost always funny and hilarious. I'll put it up here. Bing! Like a weird squid crab monster with big tits. And she sent it to me and said, this, but better. And I was like, not that, I wasn't like, I could draw that better than you cunt. Of course that's going to happen. But I was like, hey, that's fucking funny. I'll draw that. And she was like, oh my God, please do. And so now I am. And so, see, it's like, it's the same, but different tentacles. And this is supposed to be like a seafood crate or something, I think. That's what she was going for. So, yeah, so that's funny. I mean, it is what it is. It's a bit weird, but that friend's a bit weird, and that's why I love her. And I do love her, and I think it's important to tell people that you love them. If you love them. If you don't, tell them to go fuck themselves. Tell them to fuck all the way off. Walk up to them and say, oi, Simon, get fucked. I never liked you. You're really fucking annoying, and I hate being around you whenever I'm around you. I'd rather not ever see you again for the rest of my life. If you died tomorrow and I found out you died, I'd breathe a sigh of relief knowing I never had to be around your fucking stupid face ever again. Simon Rose that I went to school with. Fuck you. Bit unnecessary, but fuck it. He's never going to listen to my shit. What do I care? Might get a DM from him. Hey, this is Simon from school. Why did you... But I'm sure he'd say the same shit about me. I was probably annoying as fuck. For all of my, oh my god, there was this guy at school and he was a right shit to me and I hate him. I was probably an absolute cockwallop at school, so, you know, whatever. Who gives a shit? That was fucking zillions of years ago, if anyone still cares about that shit. Do you know who still cares about that shit? This guy. Evidently. It left marks in my emotions. I can't help it. So I'm drawing this squid crab monster with big tits to help me heal from my trauma that I went through in school. I got bullied. Shut up. I'll be an arsehole if I want. That's all I need. Is just the fact that I got bullied gives me an excuse to be a fucking arsehole to everybody. I thought it would be a fun thing to draw, so I'm drawing it now. I had something else to talk about. Where's my notes? So I know I say a lot. Oh, I've got this idea for a thing I'm going to do. I'm sure you already do or are aware, but let's just assume whenever I say that, that's me saying, I have an idea for a thing. At some point in the future, it might get done. At some point in the future, it might not get done. But I have an idea, and here's the idea for the thing. One of my latest ideas for a thing is a short comic, maybe 8 to 12 pages long. Maybe even not that. English is my first language. At least I'm not like fucking, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Comics, what the fuck you doing comics for, you fucking mug? Fuck you, fucking do something useful with your time. Be a fucking plumber or an electrician or a builder like me, you cunt. Why don't you fucking earn some money, learn a trade, your real fucking skill to fucking open you can I shit my pants. So this latest idea is a short comic, maybe 8 to 12 pages long, and I'll research it and make it good. It's going to be like a guide on how to scientifically and medically accurately amputate a limb, because I think that'd be funny. And if I have like a guy in the comic showing you and he's just smiling all the way through, and then you make your first V-shaped incision here, and then you pull the skin back, and then you cut the muscle away, and then you cut the cartilage between the bones to properly amputate. And if you need to amputate further up, you use a bone saw, and then you seal it back up with some fucking, what are they, Ron Seal sealant, fucking whatever. Glue it back to use a Pritt. Here's some Pritt stick. Glue it back together. Then you sew it up or whatever. I just think that'd be really cool to like actually get like medical diagrams and illustrate them in the comic. So have like parts where it's comic book, funny man smiling, cutting someone up. And it will be done in the same way as like my murder drawings, where it's like it's a guy teaching you how to do a thing, but then you realise, oh, he's in like a room full of body parts and there's like heads hanging from chains and, you know, all the voodoo shit I normally do. You know, that cool shit. And then next to those will be actually diagrams that I'll draw properly showing you, you know, cut here, sign here, twist, bop it, pull it, bop it, twist it, kill it, chop it, amputate the fucking leg. I think that'll be a funny little comic. And that'll probably be one that I'll just photocopy, like an ash can comic or whatever, because that'd be quite cool. Just like a little black and white photocopied comic, and it's amputation today, or so, like how The Ewan McPoon's Guide to Amputating Limbs. And then in very, very small text at the bottom, and hiding the bodies, or something like that. You know, funny murder stuff. Everyone likes murder. True crime podcasts. Everyone fucking eats that shit up. Oh, but you only draw too many women being killed. Wee, wee, wee. Yeah, stop watching fucking Ted Bundy documentaries and shut up, cunts. Ha! See, I use the word women don't like to be called. Because I love women. That's why I draw them so much. That's why I draw portraits of them so much. So they'll like me, because I want to be liked by girls on the internet. Ooh, he looks, I don't know, he looks kind of like Red Skull from Captain Mimemica. Gotta put the shading and shit in. Give these tits some fucking volume, you bitch. Go on, my son, get in. Put it there, my son. That's it. You certainly know how to perform a proper headlock. Put it there, my son. You'll have to look that one up yourself, I'm afraid. I really, really want to try doing more stand-up comedy like I used to. You know, just open mic nights. Have I expressed it before? I've probably mentioned I've done a few open mic nights. A couple of relatively successful ones and some sort of not so. Because the main problem, looking back, the main problem with my past attempts at open mic night, the main thing I did wrong was having set material and trying to get my jokes out in an order and in a certain way to be funny, to have like comedic material. But then I realise, on reflection, the point of open mic nights isn't, you know, you can work on material if that's what you're doing, but I think really the point of open mic nights is just to get up on stage and try and be funny. It's not about, you know, having a strict 5-minute set that you tell and get laughs from. It's about just going on stage and making people laugh. So even if it's just get up on stage and go, boo, 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 you point at your penis and go, ooh, what's this little thing? Tweedle, whatever, you know. See, because I just came up with that just then, off the cuff, because I'm that funny, naturally. But yeah, in the past, I've really tried to have, you know, material and write jokes and be funny that way. But I realise I shouldn't have. I should just get up on stage and just try to be fucking funny. So I've got a few ideas. Do you want to hear some of them? Ooh. Oh, do you want me to spoil my jokes for you right now? All right. So I get up on stage and I say to the crowd, I've been studying apes. I'm a big fan of, or maybe I'll start with, I'm a big fan of, you know, biology, zoology, the study of animals. And, you know, one of the greatest animals out there, very conveniently called the great apes. And I've been studying them. I've been studying apes. And people will be like, okay, this isn't funny, but go on. And I'll say, you know, not the, you know, hairy, like chimpanzee, walk on your knuckles, eating bananas. Not those kinds of apes, you know. But, you know, more like, you know, get in, my son. Put it there, my son. Fuck you, you slag. You fucking mug. What the fuck are you talking? Don't you fucking talk to me like that. I pay the fucking bills in this house, you fucking cunt. Don't you fucking... He's my son. Don't you fucking drag my son into this. He's fucking my son. You came out of nowhere. Fucking end up in this house, in my fucking house. You talk to my son like that, you can get the fuck out, you fucking cunt. I fucking tell you what. You piece of shit. You no good fucking right piece of shit. I'll fuck you. I'll fuck your dad. And then the whole gay thing. I'll do loads of that shit. I'll do that for about 3.5, 4 minutes. Or whatever, 2.5, 3 minutes. Fill up my time. And then start devolving into, you fucking what? Don't fucking tell me what you fucking... And like make monkey chimpanzee noises. And then on stage in front of all the people, start jumping around, slapping the ground, going, walking on my knuckles, doing the whole thing. And then gradually over the next sort of few seconds, 20, 30 seconds, start calming down a bit into a more like... I like crawl around the stage a little bit. Maybe go up to the crowd, sniff someone in the front row, like grab someone's shirt or hair and go. And then pause a bit and then stand up and go, apes. And that's it. And that's like I say, best not to have like a set routine and then I tell you this set routine I've got. But it's not like jokes, and it will feel very improvisational, and how crazy and hectic I get with it will depend on how I feel about it on the night and how the reaction goes. Because if I start acting all crazy and wild and people are really into it, then I can go even crazier and even more wild. And that's one of my ideas for a funny open mic stand-up routine that might be really fun to do. See, because I might just use fucking those fucking football fan hooligan idiots as material for myself to make fun of. And then I realised that that's half the audience. Wouldn't that be funny? I'm just fucking sick of them. I want them all to burn. Hey, tits. Tits are good though. Do those. Do some tits. But I could also get up on stage and just talk about, recent events. Oh, abortions. What about abortions? Just say something funny about that. Oh, imagine what if Jesus got aborted? Oh, imagine that. Oh, I wish he was. I mean, he's not real, so it doesn't really matter. Jesus isn't real. God, none of them. They don't exist. Never did. They're fake. They're made up. That's like saying, oh, what if fucking Winnie the Pooh got aborted? We wouldn't have all of that. We wouldn't have Eeyore. Eeyore's so cute. He's sad all the time, but he's cute. And then Tigger, he's fun, romping around. Piglet is sweet little Piglet. He wouldn't exist if Winnie the Pooh got aborted. But he doesn't exist, so it's irrelevant. It's not. And also the whole what if Jesus got aborted isn't a real argument, that's just a thing. So it's not like there's really a reason for me to use that as a reference to try to gain humour from. I don't really... Oh, I've been incredibly sad and lonely lately, and I've been really, really struggling a lot. Lots of people messaging me going, where's my fucking book that I ordered weeks and weeks ago? And I'm like, I'm trying, I'm getting through them, I am getting through them. I'm sorry, I'm just so incredibly fucking depressed lately. Oh my fucking God. And I think maybe that's one reason I want to try just going to open mic nights and doing stand-up, because when I did do it, I was really enjoying it. And it wasn't like making me happy and curing my depression, but it was something I was enjoying going out and doing, and I don't have many of those things currently, so I think that could be fun. It could just be fun to do, to go out. And there's a few open mic nights around, so I might start looking into getting to some. That'd be quite fun. Funny, fun. And even if I fail, then it's like, yeah, well, at least I fucking gave it a shot, don't I? It's just fun to do, to get up on a stage and try and make people laugh, even if it doesn't really work. You're like, whatever. I fucking gave it a go, did a thing. Same with drawing. Your drawing might not come out exactly as you want, but hey, you sat down, you did a thing, you made something exist. Even if you did a shit drawing, you made something more real than Jesus Christ. Your shitty drawing exists. It's a physical thing you can hold and smell and shove down your pants and do a little dance and piss all over it. Which is a million billion times more real than Jesus fucking Christ ever was. Oh, but they say Jesus was probably a real person. He might not have been, the Son of God, but he was a real person. Yeah, all right. And so was fucking Tiny Tim from A Christmas Carol or whatever the fuck. The Muppets one. The little frog, Tiny Tim, with his broken leg. And has he got a broken leg or some kind of disease, a bone disease? I'll give your mum a bone disease. Fuck yeah.